And we are live.
In theory, we are live.
After 50,000 years.
The event has not started for me.
It is just your issue.
I heard a noise from the camera. Is it gonna die?
No.
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 It is not going to die.
It will not die.
Okay, now it's starting.
Why the fuck do you have it ads?
Well, okay. Now I can see us. Can you see us and hear us normally?
I can see myself.
We have a different setup today, so you will need to give us a bit of feedback. Konbanwa. Konbanwa. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
And welcome. No.
Oh, no.
No. Good evening. Can you see and hear us well? Yes, no.
They cannot hear you.
They cannot hear me.
I have no idea. They're there.
I cannot switch on the mobile. That's not a very good idea. Ah. よく聞こえてますか? Okay. Loud enough. Okay. We have a different setup today. We're going to explain in just a minute why. And the microphone is not placed in the usual thing, like between us. So it's kind of like on my side. So just in case you cannot hear us, I'm just going to hold the mic, old school. And hello, everybody.
I'm back.
I was wondering whether anybody was going to show up at all tonight, because first of all, it's a different day than we usually meet, and also it's slightly different hour. So I'm really glad that you guys are joining. So how have you been? And while you're typing, we are going to update you. So
would you like to push my mushroom first?
Okay. Where is your mushroom?
It's here.
Okay.
Push the tip.
And what happens when you push?
You can push the tip of the top of my mushroom. Tip of the top of the head of my mushroom.
We are not online even for 2 minutes, and this kind of like escalated too quickly.
Do you want to push the tip of the top of the head of the mushroom?
Of the tip of the top of the head of the aunt of the cousin of the
tip of the top of the head of my mushroom.
How about you show it to us first, and then I repeat, because I'm not sure how it works.
Push the tip of the top of
the
head of my mushroom.
It sounds very confusing the way you're explaining this. Can you just demonstrate first?
Just push it.
Okay.
Slow.
Do I get special powers?
No. You just fuck off.
So you just push to switch on and push to switch off.
Yeah, but you can just fuck off.
So you can just leave it on.
Yeah.
It's a new thing that you got. The Super Mario mushroom.
Yeah.
Now it's mandatory that Sam gives us a Mario. Wow. Good evening to one and all. Late Bickering smut. Nice to see all boxes ticked. True. Hello, Sven. I've never seen you here before, so welcome to this live.
Welcome.
Good evening to everyone, wherever you're watching us from across the world. So today we have a slightly different setup. And like I said before, please do give us feedback if the sound is not okay, is not loud enough. So my mom is visiting from Greece. So usually, we live stream from our living room. So today we're live streaming from the studio. So we look a bit more like a band. Perhaps this can be removed. so people don't see that you're untidy.
Hey, no problem.
You could have knocked down the guitar.
Like a proper boy.
And it's my guitar also.
That's
Madonna
not a
mia.
problem. That's not an issue, isn't it? Like a proper boy.
はっきり聞こえてます。フィードバックありがとうございます。
Always start with
Thank
a
you very much. So,
like Bobin. Just English will be allowed under this roof.
says who? We're a multilingual household, and so it shall remain. Thanks.
How about
Thanks.
fuck off?
Thanks.
Your
So-
mate, fuck you.
So anyway, it kind of looks more like band-like, the setup, because tonight we are from our studio, which we have been using very much lately. If you have been following our very few but informative public posts, or you are in our newsletter. If you are not, please subscribe below. There should be a link in the description of this video with the link tree, and plus an extra link for the mailing list. So just join our mailing list, because that is the only way we can contact you directly, even if social media goes to hell, as it eventually does sometimes, and it feels like crap. And it's such a pity, to hand over the power to some private company that can do whatever they want with your own contacts and your own fans in this case, and your own community, like in this case, just because they decided that, I don't know, they don't like you anymore. I was
don't
hearing
like you anymore.
they don't like you anymore, and I was hearing lately.
They don't like you
that-
anymore. They don't like you. I was just trying to support you.
Good. Then you will tell us the summary of your activities in a song. Not now. I was hearing. I was reading an article. I think I was watching a video, and exactly regarding the conversation I just started, the topic I picked up. It was Patreon. The platform that you subscribe to private content. Some creators, they create private content for their community, and you people support them through private donations, like small donations to higher donations. Right. That's very professional of you. Thank you. And so I was hearing this story, and it said that Patreon.
Sorry, guys.
That Patreon was purging accounts they did on Patreon, like on their own, of views or whatever they expressed in other platforms. So we're living in a very interesting time. You never know when your past or your present is going to come back to bite you in the ass. So if at some point, I don't know, in retrospect, they decide to outlaw anything said, we might lose contact with our community. Therefore, email is, gives us a bit more leverage, gives us a bit more direct contact with you all, as opposed to any social media or third-party platforms. So yeah, that's reason enough to subscribe to your favorite artists, not just us, at least those that write newsletters from time to time, and reclaim back the power, because at the end of the day, these are private companies, and they are trying to behave like unelected governments, like nobody elected them to power, but they are.
Jesus Christ, you sound like William Wallace of social media. Give me a break.
Yeah, well, if you were on Patreon and you were gaining a wage every month, and somebody came and said, you know what, 2 years ago on Twitter, whatever, you said something that I do not agree with, therefore I purge your account today, I don't think you would like it.
You know what? I don't give a flying fuck.
You don't give a flying fuck until it happens to you.
I don't stay on social media anymore.
Well, we do need social media. You're a band, you know. You have an album. You're like you are creating. You created a new album. You need to show it to people.
Yeah,
For this
I
is as
just cre-
relevant as ever.
I just created the music. Someone puts it out, do something.
Someone puts it out. That will be CD Baby.
Yeah, and do something.
That will be the nice folks at CD Baby.
What the fuck is this creature here?
That's a nice guitar. Some singing. All that's happened to him. Well, if this doesn't get you take, well, if that doesn't get you taken off YouTube, yeah, probably it will. Um. So anyway, that was my mini rant about social media and
Mini
why and
rounds.
why people should privately subscribe to mailing lists and attempt like a direct contact with the people that they're interested with.
Yeah.
Because we're living in funny times and you don't know when we're going to be deplatformed, canceled, whatever, because we exist. So how
We
have you
become
guys
the
been?
Walking Dead.
Like nuclear and everything.
Dun, dun,
How have you guys been? Um, Personally, here it's been a funny couple of months. I know we haven't been online here in this platform for quite a while, and it's not for lack of interest. We definitely wanted to go online, but it was literally impossible. And today we're going to be sharing the reasons if you're interested in learning like what's been going on in our private lives as well as our music lives. So, oh, it shows me the top chats. Let me put the live chat. I'm really sorry if I missed
Yeah.
anything. Got the newsletter today. It wasn't filtered by spam for once. Whew!
So what's going on with the private lives? Having a bath more often. I
Do you? That's why you don't stink anymore.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
good.
then I think I have dewormed my tummy.
You have dewormed your tummy?
Yes.
Did you steal
and
the dewormer from the cats?
Yes, and I think I have also removed my fleas.
You have removed your fleas?
Yes. So
Did you use the drops?
Yeah.
The drops for
so everything, all things considered, everything is well. Wow.
That was lady, if you heard her, that was lady outside the door. She's like, why the hell aren't you letting me in?
So that was me and my private life.
You promised us a song. MW says it's been hectic.
What?
But all good so
And
far.
when? Why are you coming up with promising songs when I never said anything?
I promise it for you.
No.
Yes.
No.
You're making a summary of your life the past 3 months.
Yes.
And then you're gonna sing it.
No.
Does the studio have strong lighting? They're reflecting on your lovely glasses. Okay, let me take off my glasses since.
So there is not gonna be any strong light anymore, right? It's gonna be reflecting in your eyes.
I'm gonna look like flickering like an anime. Wee wee. Okay.
We became the Walking Dead.
Okay. So what's been happening? It's like although
about my part.
What?
I was serious about my part.
About which part?
Everything.
Well, let me do the summary for you and then you sing it.
No, I'm not gonna sing.
Yes, you are.
I'm gonna sing. I'm a person of, I'm in corporate life and people are gonna watch me.
You're deep into the corporate ladder.
Yeah, I cannot sing.
So,
I'm
a bit of good private news. Sam recently transitioned to a non-binary. No, that was not what I wanted to say.
What?
He transitioned into a new position.
She's a higher, so I'm okay where I am.
Yeah. He
I don't want to embarrass myself anymore.
He works for a new company now, so the transition from the previous work position to the new one, it has been really hectic and really slow, and lots of, you know, lots of processes that had to go through, and it
Play.
involved lots of time and working overtime on the album, like during the daytime, working the normal job and trying to go from old to new, and in the evening working on the album. You know, I asked him to live stream several times before, and he was like, you know, I'm just finished. It's impossible to do that. So I respected his decision. I didn't want to live stream alone. I was kind of like close to live streaming on Instagram.
Capisci, it's because you are not simpatica at all.
Well, it's very true. Let's admit it. I'm not funny enough to live stream alone. So so probably it would be a very serious live stream, and
You're
maybe it
serious
wouldn't
like
be
a finger up an ass.
it wouldn't be that much fun, probably. So I said, yeah, maybe let's save the snooze.
Yeah,
You know?
it's like a candle up your
Let's
ass.
save people the snooze.
I never tried it, but I can imagine.
Super otsukare-sama.
What?
Good job for, getting a new
Arigato.
position.
Arigato.
Gozaimasu.
Arigato gozaimasu.
Yeah.
Samu desu.
It's a new and better position. And while he's still settling in, he still needs plenty of time. And you know how it is with new jobs, like you are dedicating extra time, extra effort. So he's been super exhausted in that aspect. And obviously, he's been doing a ridiculous amount of work on the album, which you can talk about if you want. And I'm immensely grateful because I'm unable to handle any kind of software, like production software. I can have an opinion on the production, like let's add this, let's add that, that's going to be that mood, or that's going to sound like that. But it's all offline. It's analog. I can play you stuff on the piano, but that's where it ends for me, the production.
Well,
So he handles all the software.
it's mostly understanding the mood of each song and going through, at the granular level.
At the grind.
Why are you mocking me?
Good.
Are you mocking me?
I'm micro clapping for you. Good.
Understanding and working it at the granular level. Um, this album has different. We said we will come up with more keyboards and more guitars. It's divided in
Let me open the door.
yeah, ladies pushing against the door. It has two different tunings. It's been a bit of an experiment, so we don't know how this is going to be turning up. However, we will see, because it's like a bit like in marketing. And when you launch a campaign, you put something out, you test, and you learn from your mistakes, and then you'll analyze.
How did we go from album production to marketing
Because
campaigns?
it's exactly the same. You put something out, you see what the audience, in this case the audience is fans or also new people. What are you talking about? Stop mocking me, I said. It's really serious,
It's really serious.
It's you people listen to things and every day, and in this case when we work very hard on things, and then you listen. For us it's an everyday challenge, and we work 4 months and 1 year on
Hello,
this.
Thomas.
Hi, Thomas. We work 1 year on this, and then we put things out. We're expecting a reaction. Could be good, could be bad, but we learn from it. So we will see. Hopefully, we are mixing it exactly, precisely these days, and we will see how this mix will turn out. Hopefully, it's going to be very good.
Currently, we are fine tuning some lots of stuff about the album.
Yeah.
We're not finished.
Yeah.
And I know I have been promising for a while that we are going to show you everything backstage. This is going to happen.
Yeah.
However, it was like literally impossible to do more that I've been doing, which is not much
Yeah.
online, because I haven't really been well,
Yeah,
either
it's been possible, guys.
physically and mentally. It has been really hard for me, and I have been like officially unable to juggle the 50 things I'm supposed to be doing. So
We owe you a lot, guys.
what I did
And
was abstain from online activity, not on purpose, but it just
yeah,
I just phased it out because my body was unable to support me for this entire period, and we really apologize for that.
but the way we will release music, hopefully, is gonna be a good way for you to listen to it. And
Yes, the way we are approaching this release is going to be something that will make us stay relevant, as opposed to releasing one album
and it's not
and there
about
you go, and then you have to wait for
and it's not about us being relevant. It's about
keeping in contact with people. That's what I meant.
yeah, it's about you guys. It's about you being able to listen every
Can you allow
day.
me to complete my sentence
Yeah.
instead of assuming what I was going to say and then just trying to correct what I said?
Madonna
So
mia, che donna, va bene, tu hai i bacini sul naso, lo so che vuoi.
the Italian woman demands attention now, like right this moment.
Ma sì, she stopped.
See. So um, we are switching not exactly business model, but we're switching processes, and we're swapping our old one out for something new that will keep our communication and our we're going to keep feeding you like new material from time, like every few months. So hopefully this is going it's going to be more work for us. However, hopefully it's going to be more better for you, that you're going to be enjoying like new material, and you're going to have fresh stuff from us every now and then, as opposed to once every couple of years. So we have prepared a large amount of songs. Not everything is going to be on the album. We are going to start with a new single. We had made a business plan. What was it? Like end of the previous year. We had made a business plan, and we were supposed to do our first release in April, like 2 days ago or something. But this is not happening anymore. The thing that happened with Ukraine, it kind of threw us off course, because I've been worrying a lot about that thing, so I had to take some preventative measures and to do a lot of research. And while we are lucky enough that we are not too close to Ukraine, like some colleagues of ours are, like so bands and fans, or very close, like the Polish people are. Poland is. Still, we live in Europe, and this is something extremely serious, with terrible implications for everyone involved, directly or indirectly. So I had to take some time off and assess quite a lot of things, and sort of build plan B's, C's, and so on and so forth. Um, so yeah, I also had to travel to Greece. That was a very overdue trip. I hadn't been back home for what, 7 months, which is really long for me. Usually, I go to back home like every 2 months or something, but with the pandemic, this has become like more sparse, to my own detriment. So I had to go there, do lots of medical examinations and stuff, like routine stuff. Um, so I'm okay. So everything that has come up is kind of like either stable, or like okay. I have some like autoimmune kind of conditions and stuff. but everything was fine. I thought I was dying from my heart, but I also checked my heart. It's okay. Um, so that's pretty much it. And I brought my mom back from Greece, so she's with us, and we're taking some um, time off to show her around and
She
do
did
some.
plastic surgery
Where?
on your boobs, on your lips, your knee replacement.
My knee replaced. I did plastic surgery on my. Why aren't they any bigger?
She pumped,
And my
the
lips.
feet,
What did I do?
your feet to have paws instead of feet.
Oh, I would have loved that to replace my my feet with paw. God. Hello, Master Oso. At work, just wanted to stop by and say hi. Hi back.
Hi.
Life's been quiet recently. However, next Friday I'm watching Ghost at Birmingham. And at the end of the month, I'm 66 and officially a wrinkly.
Oh,
You're not a wrinkly. I'm pretty sure you're not. And we're wishing you an early happy birthday,
yep.
Mark. And I hope you celebrate in the best way possible.
Yes,
And I wish
indeed.
you a very, very long and healthy life
Yes, indeed.
from now on. And I wish you really become old and wrinkly at 90 or whatever age you desire.
Yep.
Hope you're doing better. Have to head out. Take care, Dragon Man. Um, Thomas, our wonderful and beautiful bassist boy, says if you want to stay relevant, scrap guitars altogether, get gold teeth, and proceed to mumble rap or mumble trap.
Should I show you my butthole now,
No, not he, that,
or
that's a very valid observation. It's like our music doesn't really sell anymore. Like not our music, but I mean these genres. Like people who are not exactly playing music, those are the people making the money.
well,
So
in the
we're in the
90s,
wrong. We're in the wrong industry.
well,
We're
in
in
the
the wrong
90s
genre.
it was rap. So
Taking a break to focus is always a good thing. It's more like taking a break to not have a, I don't know, to not have a worse meltdown. As you maybe you know, sometimes I mentioned that I have adrenal fatigue, and that is sort of like a chronic fatigue. Like I have it like for many years, and it really impacts your levels of energy and your quality of life. So while a person in my age can do a certain amount of actions like and spend a certain amount of energy, I do less stuff and I get exhausted.
hmm.
And sometimes I just short circuit and I'm just able to like fall asleep like this.
Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh.
So I have to follow a certain diet and get a whole lot of supplements and commit, you know, for my whole life to my healing. So I've been doing a lot of work on my physical and on my mental health. And regarding the latter one, I'm also proceeding a lot with my studies in the mental health sector, um,
Which includes lots of bleeding.
which includes lots of bleeding. Yeah, from the brain, probably, because I'm reading a lot about like trauma and like emotional like childhood trauma and stuff like that. Like the last things I read like before I go to sleep, it's like how people get traumatized as children. It's like not very nice stuff, but it's very interesting. So I've been getting a lot of you want to go to the toilet, go ahead.
No.
Oh, Vanilla.
Vani, come and save me. She's saying loads of poo. Boobin, come. Your mom is saying loads of poo.
Why? I've been sharing
Boobin!
why we haven't been online for such a long time, and I hope people are not asleep in their seats.
I am. Oh, Vani.
Go,
Bob?
if you want. Oh, okay. We must now call her him and christen her Sophia. Why? Am I transitioning to a male for some
Yeah,
reason?
definitely. Bob.
No joking, Sam. Sophia is so pretty enough without it. Without what?
Plastic surgery.
Oh, thanks.
Yes, you did
Oh,
that.
that was the thing, that I had the plastic surgery. No thanks. No thanks.
You were thinking about it.
No thanks.
A Kobe
No plastic
girl.
surgery for me. I mean, like, I don't even have the guts to make a piercing. I'm mortally afraid of needles and any sharp objects around my skin. So I'm tattoo free and piercing free, apart from like these that
You have since you were a kid.
since I was born.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it.
Everybody's
That's
got a
about it.
problem.
So
Everybody.
I cannot really, I have to admit that I haven't been really
Honey.
well regarding the situation in Ukraine. I feel a lot for the Ukrainian people, and while the whole narrative regarding the war, um, either you are pro, anti, whatever, whichever country, doesn't matter. Um, the only thing about the only real thing about this whole thing is the blood and the pain of the little people, the everyday people. Everybody else, like whatever information they're giving us is whatever they want to give us. So there's no way to know the truth. Um, and that's all I'm going to say. Um, I'm in full support of the Ukrainian people that are suffering right now, because they are the how do you say that? They are those who are actually suffering the consequences of political bullshit um, of other countries,
Yeah,
and they're politicians of their countries.
and I'm really sorry for the Russians that are suffering from
Also,
their prime minister.
I would like to point that out, that lots of Russian people, there are simple people that are not supporting this whole thing. They're also suffering the consequences of this on a different level.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to equate the two. No way.
And whoever
Um,
instead is supporting, it's not that nice.
what?
Whoever is supporting instead is not
Supporting
that,
what and who?
whatever is Putin is doing is not that nice.
We don't exactly know the truth, so I don't believe we are authorized to express any opinion on this. The only opinion I'm going to express is that I I really feel for everybody who is suffering right now, on one side or the other side, on whatever level. People like just like us, leading their lives normally like us, they have lost everything,
Yeah.
and that is the only real, 100% real, no BS thing that's happening. The rest, the whole narrative is whatever we learn is through the media and whatever they want us to hear. So
Whatever,
I'm gonna take it with a grain of salt.
whatever is
Both
happening,
sides.
I am
So
sorry for whoever is dying, guys.
yeah, exactly.
On both sides,
And
nobody in this moment really because we're coming from a freaking pandemic,
mm,
and economies in the whole world collapsing because of the pandemic. For sure, we didn't need drama with people dying.
well, it's not.
Really, this thing came. It's like for free, but
No,
people
it didn't come.
die.
It didn't come for free. It was perfectly orchestrated, and
Yes,
it's just one step of a
Sophia.
larger scheme.
Yeah, I don't want to get there.
You don't want to get there.
I'm just saying, this could be avoided. Could have been avoided.
No, it wouldn't.
And I don't want to start that topic right
Because,
now.
like I said, it's within the grand scheme of things, which I'm not going to elaborate. But if you know, you know. So this whole thing kind of like makes you really sobers you up, if you know what I mean. And while I would like to believe that I'm a person who is, you know, generally connected with reality, and I'm trying to inform myself about what's going on and stuff like that.
Why don't you make
And
a live
that is why
stream?
people call me. That is why people call me. He calls me a fear monger, and
Yeah.
that I'm pumping stress into the house like 24/7 and stuff. I like to be prepared, as prepared as a normal person can be. And in order to avoid waking up one day like the world is in pieces and I'm like, what happened? So I wouldn't like to be that person. So
back to music.
this and lots of other things have been happening, but in general, that's the private side. What's been happening here, and I like to admit my mistakes. If this is a mistake, my weakness isn't my mistake, so this is more a weakness rather than a mistake. So I was unable to I was unable to handle the time, my personal time, and I had to take literally some time to recharge and just you know because I was collapsed 100%. So I grounded myself a lot in Greece. And while it might sound funny, even at my age, like having people that you care about and that they care about you, even if they are not perfect, in this case, families, that's a very long topic. So being with family, for me, it helped me ground myself and take a break from this whole chaos, pandemic, war, inflation, financial crisis, whatever, blah, 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 blah. This, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And it really helped me sort of, calm my nervous system and self regulate. And thanks to that, and also my mom still being here and still providing the much needed kind of warmth and safety, even if we fight the whole day. Um, this is how I'm able to stand here and still have the energy to be in front of the camera at 9 o'clock at night. And I'm really happy to be here actually because we have missed you, and hopefully you have missed us. Because we have so much to share. I have no idea where to start. I have no idea where to start. So, if you've been watching our mailing list, we visited a really nice farm to record our drums with Lord T. He did a fantastic job, and actually, our engineer who is in charge of mixing and mastering. He's Italian at Fusix Studio, Andrea Fusix Studio. He is the engineer behind Frozen Crown, if you know the band Frozen Crown. So, and plus many other famous bands. He's doing our album. He did Leap of Faith too, and he's doing our album this time around. And we did hear the drums, and it's quite impressive, really. So I promise I will be updating you more and more as days go by, um, with more videos and sounds and samples and everything. Plus the new single release date. So we said it was going to be April, but chances are we're going to do it like for like March, April, May. So it's going to be either May or start of June. We need
Don't promise.
Should I need to check the business plan, but yeah, that's probably it.
You're not gonna should. It's a safer word.
Should what
Could
should would.
Yes, these are better words. Otherwise, I'm gonna wipe your face with my shit.
With your shit, you're gonna wipe
Your face
my face
with my shit. And you're gonna think it's Nutella. Where is Boobin? That's it, Sophia.
That's it.
It's been a very long week. Back to you, Bob.
Seriously,
Yes.
you're so laconic today.
Yes, indeed.
Can you describe Like if somebody asked you to describe your life the past 3 months in a few chords,
Uh,
how would that sound approximately?
like a return on investment not hitting 3%. Actually, return on investment on ad spend not hitting 3%. That's it.
That sounds like you're changing your chords and you kind of like scratch your face.
Return on investment on ad spend. It's like not hitting 1%,
Wow, yeah.
and you're gonna lose your job.
Yeah, if you know anything about marketing, this sounds fucking scary.
It's like,
And even if you don't know anything about marketing, this sounds fucking scary. Take my word for it. So, guys, if you have any questions for us, just type them in, and I'm gonna see them. While I'm talking, obviously, I cannot see them. That is why the lag. There is no lag. It's just that I might see stuff a bit later and catch up with it a bit later. Hello, hello to people who just joined.
hello. Good.
I'm very, very pleased for you.
That was a good catch up. Nice to be here.
You want to leave? Bring Robin as my co-host.
No. It
No.
was nice to be here. This pillow, I feel like it's perforating my coccyx.
Coccyx, they call it in English.
Whatever it
Coccyx.
is, I think it's perforating everything in my.
I told you, but you didn't listen.
To the point, it's my you know.
Who wants to come in?
Niet. Niet. Anyhow, it was a pleasure.
Some said earlier there are 2 guitar tunings on the new material.
Yeah.
One being drop G, I presume, given that he was talking about further back. Yes, exactly.
Yes, and the other one is drop C.
And that's all you have to say.
Yes. Easy to the point.
Can I have the mushroom?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Drop G and drop
C.
and drop C.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Be using this. It's been a very, kind of a weird experiment. And in the strings I'm using, they are actually.
Are they G strings? Thankfully not.
Give me my mushroom back. Stop. Give it back. You're gonna break it. You need to be.
I thought you had to just.
No.
Okay.
You offended my mushroom. So,
Very cool. Looking forward to the extra heavy stuff. Well, it's going to be very extra heavy. Also because we will have more.
She was screaming on the microphone, guys.
I was fighting with the microphone for a while now.
She was puking like the people at the pub. I was
No,
like,
thanks.
please contain your beans. Leave them.
Contain your beans?
Yeah.
I don't eat beans for breakfast. Madonna me. No, thanks. I like my beans salty and for lunch as a side lunch, like soup or something.
Disgusting.
What disgusting? I cook it very nicely.
I don't like
the Greek bean soup.
No.
What? No. Next time, I'm not giving you.
Those beans, the last time that you cooked them,
you
ate them on your own.
They were
salad beans. You cooked salad beans.
Well, I didn't find the Greek ones here.
You
However,
could,
there is.
But
we had those and we had to consume them, so it's okay. I hate food waste. So we had some,
and I cannot eat stuff that is not okay.
He doesn't mind food waste, and I really resent him for it. I really hate food waste. I don't like throwing food. I like saving food, and I like
Well, I speak clear.
I like preserving
I speak
stuff.
clear. If you cook something that is not supposed to be the right food, you eat it on your own.
Well, there were white beans, so it was fine.
Good for you.
It was not the right variety, but
I mean, if you see my
bonitos. Hi, Melissa.
hi, if you see my legs, I look like a person that has been abused.
Are you gonna do your ballet stretch so we can see your leg?
No, nobody's able to see my legs.
You can do your ballet stretch. No,
No, they can see my abuse.
they can see your foot
No,
with
if
your
you hold here.
with your Ninja Turtle sock.
Can you see? The amount of scratches, guys.
You have not shaved.
I'm not gonna shave. I'm a man.
I wouldn't mind. You're still a man if you shave.
No, Sophia. I shave the rest of my body. Leave my legs.
Okay. You're blonde. You don't have too much hair.
Yeah, I don't have enough.
So I will let that be.
Yeah, can you raise the leg? Oh, I'm gonna fall.
You can fall.
Yeah. Here.
Ding. It's a toxic relationship. No, they cannot see. There's too
Yeah.
much light.
But anyway, my legs are destroyed, guys.
Yeah, his legs look like he's been cutting himself with everything available in the house.
Yeah, and
He needs to practice yoga. Exactly.
I'm quite flexible, actually.
I was teaching Spanish. I'm glad to see you again. Glad to see you too. Thank you so much for the playlist. Oh, you noticed. No problem. It was a wonderful video. And guys, just to remind you that Melissa here, she featured our pictures in her latest video. She's a colleague of ours. She's a musician too.
Amazing.
And in her latest video release, she included a large amount of kind of like a tribute to female-fronted art bands. She included like pictures and other imagery like logos and stuff hidden like Easter eggs inside her video. I linked it in my Twitter. I'm going to post it on Instagram because I haven't posted it there yet. So in case you haven't seen it, I'm going to link you.
Drop G, it is that low, and it is like using an 8 string. However, I am using that kind of tuning. Yeah. I have lowered it that much, and I'm using I think a 62 string or a 70. I don't remember right now. And lady.
Ciao, lady. Ciao.
But I'm not using 7 strings or 8 strings guitar. There are 6 strings that you can lower that much.
Ciao, amore.
She's not gonna stay here.
This is producer lady.
She has a hamper next to my desk. She sleeps all day. She snores all day. Actually, I'm there,
She really
quiet,
happy with the
and
production.
you hear.
Up.
Oh, Baba.
I want to tickle lady's belly. Yeah, she's really cuddly. She's just very demanding.
She's just very.
She wants cuddles, but exactly the way
No, she's a whore.
she decides. She's a what?
She's a whore.
Okay.
She's just added an extra scratch on my the collection of my leg. She's a whore.
Yeah, his legs they look really terrible. I'm trying to shield myself from the horrible scratches, but obviously I'm scratched all over myself. Yeah, well. So
it's not that they do it. They use my legs as grip to jump. And every day there is an extra scratch.
Yeah, if you have been around cats a lot, you know about that.
They sleep on me, and then when they want to jump down, they use my legs as grip. And I'm like, bloody fucking hell!
So yeah, that is
all. And that was a fantastic pleasure seeing you guys, talking to you. And now,
Can you drop the corporate chit chats?
there's corporate at all.
You are really deep into the corporate hellhole.
No, the corporate. When I'm corporate, I'm really, really, really corporate. This is being very high blood. Oh, guys, I'm really, really
Pleased to be here.
No, when I'm corporate, I'm definitely different. I'm really, really corporate. So,
gracias. I'm still hoping to see all the cats in one picture. I'm hoping to see that too. Well, what the only things that I have is kind of like watching a movie, and all the cats like being on the couch, but it's not like a great image to share. That's why I haven't shared it until now. But hopefully, one day. I actually tuned my 7-string down to 8-string drop EB a while back to transcribe something. It was actually quite fun, even though I really needed heavier strings.
understandable.
I see. So, in what else? Let me see if I'm missing anything. Oh, ciao tutti in Italy. Ciao. I didn't see the thing before. So, come to Mexico. Oh my god.
Oh, it'll be brilliant. I'm gonna eat all the burritos, and she's gonna eat the beans. Testa di cazzo.
Well, still going through a pandemic, and with this whole dystopian scenarios unfolding like 24/7. Not sure why, but I feel like traveling is getting further and further away as a thing. Like, next thing you know, they're going to be charging us for our carbon footprint.
Yeah.
We're not going to be allowed to travel. And yeah, I'm not going to start rambling anymore.
Don't
because
cry.
I'm going to be labeled as a conspiracy theorist.
Don't.
Don't. So
Bye,
anyway,
guys.
hopefully, now that
Oh, my ass.
Putin has ended the pandemic, maybe we are going to be able to
Putin?
start traveling again.
Who?
Putin.
Putin.
Yeah.
Putin.
Yeah. Vladimir Putin.
Ah.
What did you think I said?
Putin.
Like pudding?
Yeah. Lady, let's go eat pudding.
That's pudding.
No, pudding.
Pudding. Like in
pudding.
Like Nagase Tomoe was running for the pudding in My Boss, My Hero.
Pudding. Sorry, guys, I had to sit down because this thing was, really.
Well, nobody can see you though.
It's okay. You can see my hand. Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
wave your sock.
Oh.
So anyway, what is the claw? The claw. What was it? Jim Carrey? Which movie? The Liar.
Yeah.
I think. Like the claw. That was the gremlin sound. So, yeah, hopefully we're going to get back to traveling for a little while until they ban us from traveling because it's bad for the environment. So,
yeah, because probably farting is going to cause too much gas for the CO, or two for the environment. CO2 emission for the environment. You're even listening to me.
I'm trying to understand what Why are you laughing? laughing? What you said was not funny.
I was crazy. Yeah.
You know, the good thing with this guy is that he laughs at his own jokes. He doesn't need the reinforcement. You know, I used to have some friends that I used to have a friend that they really really wanted me to kind of like keep clapping at their jokes. Like even either I found it funny or not, I had just had to, you know, like just and it was not really nice. It felt very pushy for me. But the good thing about you is that you laugh at your own jokes. You don't need my encouragement and you don't need my validation. So good job.
I don't need anybody. You know. I don't even need company. I am my own company.
Put a cork up your ass to save the planet. Fuck off, Greta.
Yeah. We have even that
Good.
one. Oh my gosh.
Evil Sam sounds like a witch. So yeah, let's stop existing to save the planet or something.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, despite this, I don't know, this shit fest going around the world, we keep pushing on with our new album. We keep pushing on with our lives, and we are here to support you and encourage you to carry on with your life. I know it feels shitty right now, and there's no
Sandwich.
sandwich. So there's it feels really hard getting out of bed for so many of us. And if you're one of these people, I definitely see you and I hear you. And you know, I was even reading an article at Japan Times, something like that, a Japanese news agency, and they were saying that Japanese people they are feeling very anxious because of the war in Ukraine and the constant bombarding of terrible news. That currently there is a thing in the news called Putin constipation, and there is also Putin diarrhea because because people are so anxious that they're having spastic colitis. What I assume spastic colitis, which causes diarrhea, and they are having extreme anxiety, which causes constipation, and also they are having lots of other anxiety connected kind of ailments, which is very normal. But the Japanese are always right on the money. When they create words, they are just like really right on the money. They call it Putin constipation, Putin diarrhea. It's like good. I love my Japanese people when they do stuff like that. So, um, of course, this is a very serious issue, but it's always great to find something to laugh about and to keep our spirits high in any way we can. And that's why I'm asking you to whoever's watching this either live or on replay to just intentionally allocate time to take care of yourself, whatever that means for you, whatever like meaningful self-care means to you. You need to do that, otherwise it's very very easy to get sucked into this hole of negativity. And I admit I'm not immune to that, although I do have lots of resources to self-regulate, thanks to everything I've been studying and immersing myself into with my mental health studies and stuff. I'm not immune to that. Nobody's immune to that. Nobody. And if they tell you they are, they're lying.
Are you immune to Putin constipation?
I
don't know. Why did you tell me
constipation.
this?
What?
I'm gonna start using that hashtag so bad, Sophia.
I think I gave you the article, or maybe I didn't.
No, you didn't.
I need to give you that.
Don't.
I mean-
I'm gonna start using those hashtags in a bad way.
Putin constipation.
And they're gonna
Putin diarrhea.
They're gonna cancel my social media, Sophia.
Well, they're going to cancel you for a whole lot of other reasons.
They're gonna delete me forever.
You're going to be deplatformed for using pudding diarrhea.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I might actually share this article if you want to read it. I mean, like it's very serious because people are actually suffering. But the thing that Japanese journalists came up with this funny thing, it's hilarious. Like really kudos to them.
Did you have Putin diarrhea?
No thanks. No thanks. But I've been having a lot of anxiety, and I've been using a lot of EFT tapping. It's a rapid anxiety and stress release kind of technique that it really works for fast results. It lowers um, um, Ella? Your cortisol, your
Good.
stress hormone levels by up to like 30%, like within 5 minutes. It really works on me. Highly recommend it. So I've been doing a lot of that, a lot of meditation, a lot of soul searching and trying to ground myself because we're living in historical times, whatever that means. And we were put on this earth to witness, to be witnesses to this
Putting
exact
diarrhea.
point in time of putting diarrhea for a reason. So I'm calling and I'm asking all of you and I'm encouraging all of you and I invite all of you to intentionally exercise self-care and some self-compassion. Cut yourself some slack.
Oh, po, ti parla pipa! Po!
What should I say?
Fuck off, get drunk, vomit, shit. But die.
Eat a pizza
Eat a pizza. Eat a pizza.
and masturbate a bit more. And relax. That's it. Tapping.
Come and say it. People don't see your face. Say this. Say this. You're shaking the camera. You're derailing the live. Oh, Madonna mia, Madonna mia.
You started it with the pudding diarrhea. I cannot, Sophia. I cannot.
Can you come and say your suggestions for better life to people? Like, can you just... Yes. Come. Come here. You need to... You need to say this on camera.
Okay.
What do people need to do to get through this period?
Peace and love.
Seriously.
Relax.
Jekyll and Hyde.
Yes.
Can you repeat what you just said?
I said,
Eat
That-
pizza?
and have sex.
What? No, you said the other thing.
And masturbate, I said,
Okay.
which is connected to relaxation.
Well, technically, yes.
That's what I
Oren
said.
Giasas.
And that's what I
Don
said.
Gamniolov. Så ställ dem i filakia.
And I will go back to my place there.
Go back to your place.
Ugh.
Just passing by to say hi. I won't stay this time. Hello. Don't know about historical times, but more like stupid times a million. Mark, I do agree. And are you chasing
I
mosquitoes?
kill a mosquito.
Don't kill a mosquito.
We don't have mosquitoes in England, and this is not the moment we will start.
That was a tiny whatever moth
It was a
fly.
mosquito, and it will die right now.
Why are you so violent?
Mosquitoes will die.
Mosquitoes will die.
Beware, mosquitoes of the world, some is coming to get you.
Ore filakat liuli. Says Leo. So I guess. Oh, it's been quite a while.
Nah.
Kill the mosquito, yes. My cats hunt the flies and crickets at home. Our cats are too stuffed with food and they don't hunt anything. So perhaps we could stop giving them so much food and they could start hunting the creepy crawlies in the summer or something. So that's pretty much what we had to say. It was a bit too much information. If you have any questions before we sign off, I will be vigilant and reading the chats. So, time travelers, keep waiting for your music. Oh, thank you so much. It's not going to be a long wait anymore. We're regrouping and coming back with a release date for you. Currently, like I said before, we are fine tuning some final stuff for the album. And our engineer in Italy already started working on elements of the album. So it won't be long before we close the projects and can start sharing with you all. So I believe and I hope it's going to be a positive surprise. Okay. Yeah, we've been online since like 8:30, 8:30 UK time, 9:30 um, European time. Glad to see you back. Yeah, we're glad to be back. And like I said, we're very sorry that we haven't been able to keep up with updates and everything. But sometimes physical health and actually like real life gets in the way. So we had to take time to prioritize the album. I prefer to be to be offline for a while and to produce a really high quality product as far as the album is concerned, and also take care of our lives in private so we can be here today for you and come to you with good news about the music and also about our private lives. Luckily, it's been really tough, but luckily, we're taking care what of everything gradually. So everything is falling into place, and I'm very grateful for that. We did suffer, but eventually things are better and better. And hopefully, it won't be too long um, until until this whole thing that's happening in Ukraine is going to stop. And I hope the suffering will end, or at least the immediate suffering, because
Nobody
these
knows.
people are going to keep suffering,
Nobody knows.
even if even when the war ends. I cannot even begin to imagine.
These people are not gonna have a house.
Exactly, that's why they're going to keep suffering. So what we have to do is be on people's side any way we can. And I know we've been talking to people from Russia as well, like fans and colleagues and whatnot. And it's people who, by no means they do not support the war and stuff, and they are really suffering on the sidelines due to be alienated in various ways. And also people who own shops and were selling products, they are unable to make a living anymore. And yeah,
And
that's a
also-
very long topic anyway.
And also, people living abroad that are Russians they have been alienated having a business.
Yes, absolutely. Again, because I read a lot of news about Japan, I know that Russian people living in Japan, they have been verbally attacked, or their companies or their shops, they had been vandalized and stuff. It happens every time. People think that they are morally superior, and if somebody is dubbed the villain, they get permission to attack them. Like a couple of years ago, it was the Chinese people, so we were having lots of attacks, Chinese people on the street, or just Asian, whoever they thought was Chinese. um,
Okay,
Anyway.
Japan is Asians, but we're talking about where we are living now, which is the UK. People are not able.
it's a generalized thing. It's not just Japan or just Italy or just wherever Russians are at the moment. It's not.
They're not able to
It's not
survive
great
a
to be them.
livelihood, Yeah.
Yeah. So we would like to extend our support and compassion to everybody suffering right now. Um, and while we we do not have much power or influence or anything close to that, um, we would like you to know that we are here to support you, and you can always send us messages and everything. Also, in a few days, I am going to announce something interesting about people in Ukraine. I'm
Yeah.
joining a program of therapists, like mental health therapists, that will be offering free therapy to Ukrainian people, like people fleeing the war, that are in need of mental health support. So I'll be joining. I've already joined, but I'm going to be announcing that at some point in the next few days. It will be through a platform that you have to apply, and you can be connected to therapists One of them will be me, to directly get support.
And with regards to what I said a few moments ago, it is important, guys, that
They cannot see you.
I don't want to come there. Uh, it is important for you that, guys,
Good night, Mark.
you always stay connected with your partner, guys, because it is fundamental that connection, even if you have issues. Um, if you have a partner, obviously, it is important that even if you have issues with your partner, it's important that you fix that connection and you have communication and in a daily basis, and you try to fix those issues because you don't want to have um, more and more issues, because those things, they build up. And that's why I said you definitely want to have um, sex and so on. And masturbation is part of life. So
You're making this serious.
I'm making it serious, of course, because
Masturbation is part of life. Just
Yes.
let's carve this somewhere.
and this is part of psychology. We're talking about psychological support, and this is part of life. You need to accept it. That's why I said it. And being in contact with your partner, this is also fundamental. And being in contact and have balance with your partner can have a huge impact in your daily life.
Thanks.
After your work and blah blah blah. So
Yeah.
and that's what I meant. That's why I said it.
So one moment you are a troll, and then you turn what you just said as a troll into super serious matters. Like,
and now we'll go back to the pudding diarrhea.
to the pudding diarrhea. Yeah,
I
pudding
just explained
pudding
myself.
constipation, pudding diarrhea is kind of like the hot topic
I
of
mentioned
tonight.
that because you were going. I said, parla pipa. I said to you, you're going on and long and long, and I said, just chill. That's why I said,
Well, we had a lot of things to say, and I didn't want to take a whole lot of time to say it either.
Yeah.
So I kind of like said it in one breath. Health and sanity first, my friend. Indeed.
Yeah.
That's number one. That's definitely number one. So something that I meant to say in the beginning of the stream. So recently, I don't remember how recent that was, like at least a month ago, we were supposed to perform at the Early Game Awards. That is a German award show for gaming and esports and other kinds of streaming. So we filmed a live performance, and we submitted to the organizers exactly the way they asked us, in the deadlines and stuff, respecting deadlines and stuff. And to our surprise, we realized that the performance was not live streamed,
really.
was not streamed during the awards, and instead just a segment of A Place to Call Home, the video clip, was played. And when we asked the reason, that was they had to truncate their content because it was like too long and they had to make the whole thing shorter. And I'm like, sure.
Yeah.
Like we could have shortened it ourselves and given it back to you. I mean, like, we made a whole performance. So anyway, because I didn't want that performance to go to waste, if you guys would still like to see it, I will upload it for you in a private link, and I will send it through the newsletter and stuff. So if you're not on our mailing list, just make sure you subscribed.
Yeah.
And if you would like to see the performance, because it was kind of fun, actually, it was kind of nice. I will upload it as a private video, as an unlisted video for you on here, so you can watch it. And just a huge apology for you if you tuned in hoping to watch that live and you you realize that there was no live to watch.
Yeah.
It was very embarrassing, and yeah, I wanted to mention that on social media, but I didn't get the chance to. So there you go. So weird. Oh my god, it was. Yeah, it was like, and then we were asking the reasons, like, guys, you could have told us in advance, we had plenty of time, and they just ghosted us.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's not very professional of you. So next time perhaps we'll be more careful um with, like, about who I'm
You are welcome.
whose invitation I'm accepting. They were very legit and everything, like millions of views per month on their website and stuff. So supposedly they're legit, but even so, people can be tricky um, to musicians, because I guess we're not. I don't know. Very unprofessional. Yeah, it was. It was, and mostly for the fans. I felt really embarrassed, and I'm like, anyway, there's gonna be other opportunities. 100%. Ciao, Leandro Brito. Hello, travelers. So I guess it's almost 10 here in the UK. So I would like to wrap up and promise to come back to you sooner rather than later
Good news.
with hopefully, like, positive news about the new album, the new single. Actually, let's speak about the new single, because that's gonna be it. The album is not gonna be just
It's gonna be
yet.
called Pudding Diarrhea.
It's gonna be called Pudding Diarrhea. Our new song is called Pudding Diarrhea, and then the next single is gonna be called Pudding Constipation.
The lollies are flying above.
Oyasumi, good night. Much love to all three of you.
Okay.
I'm speaking to my friend. My friend.
And why the three of you?
Shatimir Pupin. Yeah, exactly. Pupin.
Why the three of you? To your friend, three of you.
Well, I have my reasons. It's Christina.
Ah,
Okay. Now I'm not gonna be killed anymore. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to wish you a great rest of the day or a good night, depending on where you're watching us from. And
the lollies are flying above.
ne? A boy.
Hmm,
Ah,
hmm,
ah. And that was an exclusive sample
hmm.
of our new single.
The lollies are flying above.
Oh, the lilies are flying above. Okay.
Ah,
Okay, va bene.
ah,
Va bene.
ah.
Okay. Guys, thank you so much for watching, for being here live, and those of you watching the replay, just
no.
feel free to comment below. We answer, and we see all comments. Thank you so much, Thomas, for being around. She's crying.
Who?
Christina, she's
Why?
crying.
Why?
He got offended. It's like, who are these three people?
Why?
Who are these three people? Are you cheating on me? Cazzo è questa
The
faccia?
lollies are flying above.
Okay, va bene. It's too late. We need to go offline.
Ah.
Anyway, guys, thank you very much for being here. Take good care of yourselves, and we'll be seeing you soon.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. Bye bye.